Before we get started, if you'd like to support me and LT, we do have a Patreon at patreon.com/OSRS Trihards. We also have a way to support us via a one-time donation called Buy Me a Coffee. Visit buymeacoffee.com/Trihards. It's a fast, easy way to throw us a couple bucks if you like what you're hearing. Links are in the description of each episode. Thanks! Thank you so much to our Patreon supporters JayySlay, Dewsgood, Mike, OG Scuba, Tom, Blazer, Seers, Tessa, Denarune, Shrek, Hatin' Life, and Paul.
And a massive shout out to our TRIHARD Patreons, Awaik, Graham, Benjamin, Huge Baby, Mythycle, Crazyfast, Nick, and UChews. A special thanks to Napn, CursedNibz, XB Swag, Khoya, and Sazzern, our VIP Patreons. Thank you so much for your support, guys. You're amazing.
Yo, this is Rob, aka Dream Today.
I'm Arthur, aka LT Potato.
We're the Trihards.
And welcome to episode 63 of your favorite old school podcast.
So first, LT, happy holidays.
Happy holidays. It's here.
Happy holidays to you and everybody listening.
Cheers.
Whatever y'all celebrate. Yep. Cheers. Cheers. We'll actually take a drink.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, so episode number 63. We have a lot to talk about this week.
We do. It's
a lot of different we have like what, 3 different updates, 3 blog posts.
I have 5 browser tabs open. 5. Yeah. So
crazy.
And I feel like they're just trying to kind of overload, not specifically, purposely overload us, but they're giving us a lot of info. We have Gilner Games, the December Gazette, Group Iron Man updates, the Christmas event with weekly updates, things like that. So
their potential future plans.
The Gilner Gazette is pretty juicy. It does talk about this year and it kind of recaps this year. And then it just talks a lot about their plans for next year. So yeah, we'll get into all that.
Yep. So do you want to start off with the very first blog, the Group Iron Man quality of life improvements?
Sure. Okay. So again, bear with us. I want to make sure I have the right stuff open. All right. So for Group Iron Man, not going to lie, in the Discord, we get an update whenever they release a blog post. There's a channel called News and Updates, and we then can discuss in there. So I always check it. And I was a little disappointed when I saw it because, it's more Group Iron Man stuff. It's kind of annoying. However, Rob and I are now official Group Iron Man. Hardcore Group Iron Man.
We do have a Group Iron Man.
And we will definitely talk about our account progress.
A little duo squad. Yeah.
Very little account progress. Don't get your hopes up. We've only done one official night. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we have we're just shy of Bears Gloves now, I think.
Oh my God.
But
yeah, no.
We'll talk about it.
So, all right, Group Iron Man post-launch improvements, guys. If you have been enjoying your Group Iron Man, well, guess what? A ton of quality of life updates are potentially in the works if all these questions pass. So let's just kind of go through all the proposed questions.
Yeah. You want to start with number 1?
Should it be possible for Group Iron Man players to increase the available shared storage as a reward for completing specific group tasks? Which got me wondering, what kind of group tasks are they thinking about? And they kind of just want to chalk it up to combat achievements, the achievement diaries, quests, maybe getting 99s, certain things like Bear's Gloves. So we just started playing this, and I haven't really been keeping up with a whole lot of Group Iron Man gameplay outside of that first month or 2 of release, watching the big streamers do it. I don't really know who's raising their hand and bitching and complaining, to put it frankly, about having increased space. I don't know if this is Jagex just trying to be nice with the quality of life stuff, but maybe someone out there is asking for it.
No idea.
Because
our Group Iron Man accounts, I think we have 250 willow logs in the storage or something that you put in there.
I've already said I'll be the official woodcutter, maybe even Fletcher. Because when we played, I think it was this past Tuesday night. This is our first official night of playing it. And by the way, whenever Rob and I do play our Group Irons together, we will always be in voice chat, streaming in Discord. So if you're interested in that, we will be doing it on specific days when him and I will probably text each other and be like, hey, you want to do it? Sure. If it's yes, then we do it.
Yeah, I'll PM you and be like, hey, do you want to do some group Iron Man stuff? And you're like, not really.
If
I'm like,
sometimes
right,
I say fuck off, and then because we
yeah,
both really want to feel it. It's to not force it.
Yeah, but it was fun whenever you did it.
It was a good time. So I'm sure we'll run into the issue. I don't really care. Sure, let's go ahead and upgrade it. And
so far, yeah, whatever.
Rob and I are totally into doing these things. Like, we love the achievement diaries. It gives us a really good way to progress the account. The rewards are great. Yeah. Combat achievements are even better. That's like the PVM creme de la creme. So we're all over that.
Right. Yep. Also, so emergency teleport shards. Pretty big deal on hardcore group Ironman, because a lot of places, when you die, it's not a safe death as it was whenever as opposed to a regular hardcore Ironman. But basically, the poll question number 2 is, should emergency teleport shards be added to the game as described in the blog? These crystals would allow hardcore group Iron players to have a one-click instant teleport to safety from areas that currently don't allow teleporting. So think Ulm, I guess, and Chambers of Xeric.
All of Chambers of Xeric.
All of Chambers of Xeric, yeah. I think, what have they been doing? Because you can't even leave the Ulm room. I believe you just leave the clan, is that right? And get kicked out of the
But that's just slope.
raid?
I mean, do you know if damage stops? Because...
No. Whenever you leave, you can still take some damage before
terrifying.
you leave. I think it's
absolutely terrifying. I know, like
2-3 seconds. Yeah.
I'm doing solo chambers these days, and I'll get tilted in the middle of a raid because I'll die or something. And in order to officially leave, you have to like go to the friends chat and like right click leave, and it's like, I kid you not, a 6 to 7 second process to actually, like, your character kind of like dissipates away and like enters like the bank lobby area.
Right.
So, yes.
So yeah, this will definitely be a lot safer.
I'm all for that.
I'm about it. Yeah, I'm for it. It's also like fight caves, so you don't have to run all the way to the door.
Inferno,
you know what I
same.
to
you can
Inferno,
you can leave
thing.
the fight caves. You can leave the Inferno, but you're often in the very middle of the field. So you got to go all the way to the door. It's just it doesn't make any sense. So
yeah, so I could see a lot more hardcore group Ironman actually getting like Inferno Cape. Because if they, miss it and Zuck is shooting a ball towards them, they just emergency teleport right away. You know what I mean? Or they something like that.
Especially those freaks who are just so good. Imagine Exact. Like 5 days into group hardcore Iron Man, Exact was going for the Inferno. It took him 3 attempts. He did lose those 2 group lives. They don't play anymore, by the way. Their entire intent was just to rush the Inferno.
Right.
But Exact, he knows every little tick of the game. I'm sure he knew on that tick that he was dying, that he was going to die. Like, I'm sure he understood that he was about to die. So if he had that teleport crystal out, he would have clicked it.
Yeah.
I'm very certain he would have clicked it because he just knows the game so well.
No, I agree. Yeah, he's a god, for sure.
It's good. Also, pest control.
But yeah, I would personally vote yes for this. But yeah, you're talking about pest control? How that's one of the options?
Yeah, there's no reason not to vote for this. But yeah, pest control and barb assault are not safe deaths. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for hardcore group Ironman. Yep.
Yeah, that's a funny one. So yeah, that's number 2. Number 3, we have, should it be possible to teleport to another player's house while the owner is not home, as described in the blog. Big fat yes for me. I thought it was always cool that we could enter each other's homes in a group Iron Man situation, but it was always a lingering thing in my mind. Well, what if what if my friend's not online? What do you do then?
Right.
So
yeah,
as long as you trust me to enter your house when you're not there, when you're not online, it just makes total sense. And I'm more impressed that Jagex is like has the ability to do these things, because if you guys remember, they had a big issue with increasing bank storage. About a month back, they're now giving us the ability to buy as a gold sink, buy bank storage, increasing group storage for group Iron Man, doing things like being able to enter other people's houses on an Iron Man. So I'm more impressed that their engine is being updated with these things.
Yeah, my only problem with this is, like, for example, if I gave you permission to enter my house, would you like clean up afterwards? Would you just make yourself at home? Like, what do you, what kind of a house guest are you? Are you going to wear your shoes in the house? Things like that kind of, would bear on my mind a little bit.
Great question. Super respectful. Yeah. I am definitely, I'll make your mom proud, basically. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I make mothers happy and proud, and take my shoes off. Very respectful. Always clean up afterwards. Now, I will say this. It depends on the length of my stay. If I'm staying there for about a week, I will have to relax and make myself comfortable. But again, on day number 7, I'm cleaning up. I'm doing the whole thing. Taking out the trash.
Right.
I don't know. I mean,
but then again, also another thing that I'm thinking about as well is I only have 2 bedrooms, right? One for my servant, one for myself.
Correct.
Where are you? Are you planning to crash on the mahogany table, or what's going on?
I'll be honest with you. On my first couple nights, I'm gonna be a little reserved. I will probably sleep in the servant's bed. However, after getting more comfortable, you kick your shoes off, put your feet up on the coffee table, maybe here or there, hoping to God there's no cameras watching me. Maybe on night 4 or 5, I might slip into your bed. But that's only if I know that your bed is more comfortable than the servant bed. If it is, maybe I'll go into your bed on night number 1 or 2.
But last question, and then I'll allow you to do it. But you wouldn't like scavenge the treasure trail clue chests or the wardrobe or anything like that. You wouldn't do any of that.
Very respectful. I'm gonna look. Okay. I'm gonna look, but not touch. It's one of those like little trophy cases people have. Or not a trophy case, but some people have like a display for their like knickknacks, like hobbies, maybe something that they collect, something that's like
I think they're made for looking, right?
Correct. Yeah. So I mean, my treasure chest in my POH is I love mine, right? I take a lot of pride in my thing. So you can take a look at my demon masks and all the god d'hide, but please.
All right. Sounds good. I'll vote yes then.
Okay. It's settled.
All right. And then it goes to poll question number 4. Should it be possible for group Iron players to redirect their house teleport to a group member's house as described in the blog?
To redirect their house teleport to a group. Oh, that's interesting.
So they can do a one-click teleport to their friend's house.
So,
one person on construction. I mean,
exactly. When Rob and I were playing Tuesday night, Rob was like, "Hey, what are you really good at?" And vice versa, what do you hate doing? Because maybe we can find a common ground here. Look at this guy. He's a stand-up guy, so respectful. We didn't really get to the bottom of it. I think you said.
Well, we got the gist that we pulled out of it was that you're going to be the farmer.
Yep, 100%.
And the woodcutter and fletcher, I guess.
And
I think I'm going to be the crafter. You
could do crafting, right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay. What else? Okay, we'll hash that out.
And LT said, I think he promised to me that he was going to get both the Dragon Warhammers for us.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm going to have to because I'm going to lose the first life within a week. I almost died. Oh my God, dude! You saw that?
No, you did not.
I actually.
Oh yes.
I got chanced when we were pickpocketing for cakes in Ardoyne. Oh my God! Terrible stuff.
The hero got on your ass too.
So.
Oh, man.
Rule of thumb, always have food on you. As a hardcore Iron Man, it's almost like your Sea Engineer playing a PvP locked hardcore. Like, he always has 20 inventory spots filled with brews, restores, tick-eat food, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's just the nature of how he has to be prepared when he's doing anything. As a hardcore, you just have to be prepared with food whenever you're doing even like a safe activity, as funny as it sounds.
Yeah, good rule of thumb. Always ring a life on. Always have some food and a one-click teleport. Yep. And you should make it pretty far.
Should.
But all right, number 5.
Should it be possible for group Iron players to trade certain items that would otherwise be untradeable with other members of the same group? This one is a hot topic.
I would vote yes, and I'll let you know why.
Okay, what are some items that we're talking about?
So the ones that they mention, which they haven't mentioned any other ones, and I would vote yes to these ones specifically. Crystal armor that's been charged. You can't trade that, but you can. Basically, it's any item that you can quickly decharge or I guess uncharge or degrade and sell back. So it's not like something that you can't resell to somebody, as long as it's like uncharged or something like that. So we're not talking about void armor or anything like that. We're talking about like barrows, charged crystal armor, bofa.
So are they saying
blade.
You have to uncharge it first?
No, this is fine. You don't have to uncharge these.
It can remain in the charged, aka fully untradeable version. That's the whole point.
Basically, Group Ironman with these items were able to uncharge it, and then they could trade it over to the other Group Ironman.
Okay.
Now they're saying, no, you don't have to uncharge it.
Oh, fully tracking you. Sorry, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but it's still not. We're not talking about again void, other untradables like what pyromancer, I guess, things like that.
Well, you say that, but they do. I thought they did want to include a void, but I'll let you finish your.
Well, so based on this blog here, they said we'll be able to make the following items tradable between other members in your group team, and it's just these items that they have mentioned.
So we've got Scrolls Redirection, Zarek's Talisman, Slayer's Rings, different pendants.
Right.
Dayald Essence, Karambwanji, Crystal Shards, Ancient Shards. Hey, I mean, I like it. I don't know. It all makes sense. Like, yes, it's big old fat easy skate, but it just kind of makes sense. Right. Like, to me, I've already given into this whole idea that Group Iron Man is a very different game mode, and it's hella fast. It's stupid fast. And that's okay. Yeah. That's totally fine. Whatever you get should be kind of shared among the group. It's basically like you're a main account, but with even almost with this stuff, even more quality of life, because if you're able to carry over Ancient Shards. Because if one dude's doing Slayer, if I'm the Slayer guy and I have level 90 and I did so many catacomb tasks, I'm sitting on 100 plus Ancient Shards, but you have dick squat for your Arclight. So I can give you Ancient Shards for your Arclight. It just kind of all jives.
You can't give Ancient Shards according to this.
Hold on, it says right. Okay. Well, after the question passes, no.
No, where do you see Ancient Shards on that list?
Okay, so between Crystal Shards and the long/curved bone.
But it's not the actual. You can't do Crystal Shards. You can only do charged Crystal Armor. So you could So when it comes to this, I believe what they're saying is just what they have explicitly written out. They do say the list doesn't have to end here. We could look to expand upon this in the future. So potentially the Ancient Shard could be added to it. We don't know yet. But I believe, let's say hypothetically Arclight was added to it, we'd be able to charge it with the shards and then in turn trade it over to the Group Iron Man.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm an idiot, and I'm also blaming Jagex really hard for this because this part of the blog literally says the following will not be offered as part of the untradables project. And that's where I'm reading off that list, so I am sorry, but that entire
gotcha.
Yeah. So they're just letting us know what's not being offered. So why even put it to begin with? So thank you, Jagex.
Right. Right.
But yes, I think this entire game mode is just meant to be super fun and convenient, and I think they're hitting the mark with this. Rob and I haven't even experienced much yet, but when we do come to that point where, like I said, I'm training Slayer and I just want to give him certain things, or I got some Barrow's armor that would otherwise be untradeable, just to be able to have no restrictions in that regard sounds really fun.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
And it'll make us want to play more, I guess, because we're not going to be competitive with it. The competitive guys are already 2K total each. I kid you not. It's a 2 month long, 2 months out. And these guys already have 2,000 total. Think about that for a second. It takes people years to get 2K total. So
it's insane. Absolutely crazy.
Crazy. Yep. So that's that. That's the Group Iron Man improvement blog.
That summarizes that. So now we're going to move on to the Gilner Gazette. That was released a couple days ago, actually, not too long ago.
Huge.
But they kind of start with a project status update. So they kind of give the itinerary, I guess, for next year of what they have planned and when they're planning to release it. Obviously, knowing Jagex, which everybody does, things are subject to change.
Hard subject to change. It's
so
it goes without saying. Yeah. I don't want to keep making fun of it. It's just we'll see, because we've been covering this content for over a year now, and it's every single time things get pushed back. We don't we just try not to yell about how much things get pushed back too much, because it's just it is what it is.
Right. I mean, just think about this year. Leagues next, those have been pushed back. But yeah, those should be next to come out, actually the very first in January. Yep. So you have next coming out first, and then leagues coming out after that.
I do want to point out that at the start of this Gilner Gazette, they summarize everything that they've released this year. People love to say, oh, content, lack of content. But when you sit there and start listing out all the things that came out this year, it's great. Yeah. I personally have no complaints with the content of this year. Vizania's Nightmare, hard mode top, endgame stuff, right? Really sexy, high-end goals to achieve. Combat achievement.
Right.
Love combat achievements. Every little part of it.
Yeah.
Temporos.
But yeah.
New metas.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
So it's just...
So they came out with this itinerary.
Yeah.
But it's only the first 2 quarters of the year. So it's just the first 6 months.
I actually didn't notice that. And it's so ambitious. Oh my God, dude.
Like you were saying, it's whenever you start to notice what they've done, like this is chock full of stuff for just until June.
I could have swore this was like for the whole year, but you're right. This is just
I was thinking that too.
Q1, Q2. My God.
Yeah.
Well,
so they have, for example, we're just going to go over it briefly because there's a lot packed into it. But January, you have Nex and Leagues 3. February, you have Land of the Goblins. Do you know what that's about?
Land of the Goblins is going to be a new quest line.
Is it the Mind Goblin, the final boss?
It might have the mind. So I am sure, without a doubt, there's going to be some meme in some book, some piece of lore, maybe examine text. You understand, or maybe just wieldable goblin mail. I feel like that's kind of what our kid selves want. But yeah, Land of the Goblin is going to be an expansion on the Goblin quest line. I don't even know what the hell is the Goblin quest line. Is that the
that's like the
Xanic? The ham?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's like the what's it called? The Death to Dorgashin, all that good stuff.
I want to point out that they have it slated for February, but it's probably going to be very late February, because Leagues 3 is going to run for 6 weeks, because it was 10 last year. They're shortening it. So with Leagues 3 starting in the middle to end of January, it's going to finish at the very end of February. And quite frankly, I already doubt that this Land of the Goblins is going to come out in February. I digress, though.
All right, you heard it here, boys. Episode 63. LT makes the prediction. We'll see how it turns out.
March is when Land of the Goblins is going to come out. Okay. I'm just going to go on a little spiel so just people understand what's happening at Jagex. I'm going to do a really, I'm going to read off of a script here. Previously, the development team were split into 5 groups, with each team having various projects assigned to them. The key problem with this approach is that with projects being distributed amongst teams, each was focused on its work, specifically the few people were looking at the game as a whole. Instead, now teams have been split into from groups of 4 to 5 to teams of 2 to 3, each of which will focus on a particular area of the game. This will allow the projects they undertake to have a purpose beyond the scope of just a singular goal. We've now got developers working on most core areas of the game, which should result in a wide variety of content that caters to different types of players over the year. This roadmap is color-coded, and they tried to capture what all these teams would kind of form. So they have an entire line. Do you see this orange one here, Rob, that says new player experience? What the hell is that? It's kind of weird.
Lumbridge updates? I'm not sure. But we don't know yet, because it's probably going to come out in Q3 or Q4, which we haven't seen what the actual...
Yeah.
Because if you see, they kind of, that's what they're going to be working on. Starting in, end of January, it looks like they're going to start working on the new player experience, and that's going to take a long time, it looks like.
The whole damn year.
Well, at least past June, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to be working on the PvP arena. Apparently, they probably already are right now, but definitely, January through, it's supposed to come out in
Not
May.
going to lie, that's
PvP arena.
That's news to me. So I knew that they've been wanting to update the duel arena, but, well, they did. It's now a 10 mil cap every day, but they want to scrap it and replace it, and I think that this is the replacement as the PvP arena. Mm-hmm. Surely.
Well, a cool thing about this as well is that they announced that they have a dedicated team to PvP.
Okay.
Updates and PvP activities and PvP related things. I know there's been a lot of outcry when it comes to the PvP community, when it comes to having continuous updates and fixing PvP and giving it life again, I guess. So now they have actual dedicated resources to focus on PvP and similar activities. So that's really cool. Really about time, just based on how much I've heard PvPers complain about. It's catered towards Iron Man. It's catered towards,
it's
bossing, PVM, all that good stuff.
It's such a vicious cycle, but I'm a huge proponent of PvP updates. We have a buddy who we often talk to in Discord who says, he specifically has said the words, "We need PvP to thrive." I'm not going that far. Or PvP, like if it dies, it'll like the game will die. I'm not on that camp, but I just more of like I feel bad for these guys because I want people to want to get into it. I watched like a 10-year-old montage, like more than 10 years old today. Every now and then on YouTube it'll recommend some like super old video to you that's like 15 years old, and it's like some 2006 montage of us, kids PKing in Edgeville. That's where we started out, man. Like, whether you were free to play or members, whatever the hell you were doing out there, we certainly weren't bossing. We certainly weren't skilling. We were going to Edgeville, going to north of Varrock, and just trying to kill other people for fun.
Dude, north of Varrock, I would team up with some random people. We'd go and head to Hill Giants, dude, and there'd be like big team battles at Hill Giants, right there. Good times. Good times, a lot of fun. So I'm definitely glad that they are starting to try to.
They're trying. What it's saying. Very time consuming, but they're trying. The Wildy Boss rework to me is a PVM update. Whatever happens there, so whatever they kind of decide to do in that realm, I'm just kind of curious to see. I mean, I think I've almost finished every boss. I just need the Ring of the Gods from Vedion, but it's. Yeah, hopefully they start churning these out more. Also, another team is community event support. They have a whole line for that. Kind of vague, but there's a skilling update they want to do. I know they want to do something that's called the Guardians of Gilner, which is going to be a rune crafting update. They actually want to introduce that in the first quarter next year, which is pretty cool because they've been talking about it for a little while, and that's going to be the issue with rune crafting they're aiming to solve. I think what they're trying to do is make a way for people to craft runes so that Shopscape or just buying runes, like actually crafting runes is a great way to obtain runes rather than killing Vorkath for runes, doing Theater of Blood for runes, things like that, or going to a shop. So totally down for that. I know they're going to introduce this like blood essence from Nex as a way to craft more bloods. So that's like a step in the right direction, I think, to
blood packs.
I'll be honest with you. Like the other day, I went to Prifdinus and I dropped like 6 or 7 million GP on blood runes. It's fine. Like before bed, it's just one of those like little rituals you can make a part of your gameplay before bed. Is
little hoobloob.
Exactly, a hoobloob style errand, a chore, if you will.
Right.
Hey, in the process, I catch some crystal implings. I get some Renar seeds that way. It's not bad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very cool.
All right, what else we got? So the word ideation has been brought up when talking about like the way Jagex comes up with ideas. And let me just say, every day on Reddit, people are uploading fantastic ideas, right? Let's say there's an issue with X, people will come up with solutions to X. However, it would be improper for Jagex to sit there and just take our ideas. It's kind of like disrespectful to just like use our ideas, because then when that idea comes into the game, it's like, oh, well, did you give credit to like this Redditor? So I applaud them for sticking to their guns and actually coming up with their own ideas. I'm going to give you guys a list of all the things that are in the game right now that came from their own ideation stuff. Leagues, Nightmare of Ashihama, Darkmire, Howl's Sepulchre, the Costume Room rework, Getting Ahead, which is the quest, I think, Soul Wars, the 6 Jad Challenge, Shooting Stars, Below Ice Mountain, Hard Mode Tob, which I think people have been asking for that, but still. Different events, Nex, Land of the Goblins, Guardians of Gilner, Tombs of Amascut. So these are things that come from their meetings, their ideation meetings, and they're going to keep churning that. So that's
cool. Yeah. And I think every 4 weeks they get 2 days to do whatever they want to do. Come up with different ideas.
Yep. That's cool.
Unique individual ideas. So
it kind of goes like along the lines of let the content creators be content creators and do their job. Of course, these between Twitter and Reddit, JMods are all over it. They see all of our suggestions. They also have an official Discord, which you can go to. They have an annual survey, which is live right now, by the way. And I think it takes like a good 40 minutes to complete, but you can give all your thoughts and opinions on whatever you want. So there's it's almost like information overload from their end. And I can't imagine being in their shoes, like getting all this information from us who are just like
crazy as fuck.
We're just big children. We're the same kids who played this game 20 years ago, except now we're just like older versions of our crazy selves. Who have Twitter accounts and Reddit accounts.
Based on a lot of the things I've seen in game and on Twitter and Reddit. Yep. Okay, so do you want to move? Do you want to do any of the Posty Pete?
Hell no.
Answering questions.
Hell
okay,
no.
I didn't want to either.
Jesus.
I didn't want to either.
Of course not.
Yeah, it sounds terrible. Oh
but,
man.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna skip.
There's somebody at Jagex who like comes up with all these like little Posty Pete dialogues. It's like I don't know if you guys remember. It's like post back from the hedge. So whatever.
Yeah. If you like the lore, then go check it out in the Gilner Gazette.
Oh wait, dude, hold on. I wasn't even joking. There will be equipable goblin mail, maybe. Hold on. Well, it's showing a goblin wearing it, but it's like in the middle of the Gazette. There's a picture here, like a little spoiler.
I think it's kind of like the
you see it?
The monkey madness thing that you put on and you turn into a gorilla.
Yeah,
you put on the mail, you turn into a goblin.
You think that's what?
Kind of like
that'd be kind of cool. You put it on.
Kind of like a clandestine approach to like a goblin themed monkey madness.
I'm out, and it's orange in this color, which is the color of like the mind altar. It's mind goblin. Perfect. It's all.
I was thinking that too. First time I saw it.
It's all coming full circle.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Oh, congrats to Rob, by the way. Before we started recording, we missed it by 2 minutes, but you got your first blood shark.
Yeah. Yeah, we're here sitting at Firewatches, of course, as we guess a recent tradition that we started. So, we haven't had a single blood shard for the past, 3 podcasts?
Correct.
2 podcasts?
3 podcasts.
Right before, and I'm talking like 20 seconds before we start recording, I get the Sea Engineer collection log item.
Which is such a sweet feeling, because it's like, it's the only new thing. It's the only collection log item that they have here, so it's amazing. Yeah. The reason it would have made it onto the podcast, but I forced us to re-record our intro about three or four times. I kept stuttering. It was a whole thing.
No, you weren't that bad, but it was just missed it. Just missed it, but that's all right. I'm excited. I got to make another Fury for it. Zora has not been treating me well. Don't have anything from Zora, so
terrible.
Like almost 300 KC.
I was joking with Rob. I was like, the moment your hardcore died, your luck has just gone down the drain, dude.
Yeah.
There's no way though.
That's
I'm sure you're gonna keep getting spooned.
We'll see. So first, so we are at Firewatches right now. That's in game. Outside of game, LT, what are you drinking right now?
This is a grapefruit Truly, and
Typical.
I'm giving it like an 9 out of 10. I want to say only. I think the mango I would prefer more than this.
Is the mango the top flavor, S tier?
I think mango might be S tier. So yes, I'm very happy with this one. So thank you for asking. What are you drinking?
Cool. Is it bitter like grapefruit?
No.
It's kind of sweet.
Okay. I love citrus, so that slight bitterness hasn't really deterred me. Okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm drinking some vodka and some Sprite.
Really?
It's a very obscure drink.
Is it? Why do you say it's obscure? Because
not a lot of people might not know what it is. So.
What do you mean? I know what it is. But I'm an obscure motherfucker, so I guess. Is it?
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's a very common drink.
Okay.
Just vodka and
Jesus,
Sprite.
you make me feel crazy over here. I'm like, is it really that? I don't know, man. Hooploop was laughing at me for having a pickle with my shot earlier. Jesus, dude.
No, that obscure shot was the one that you bought for me at my wedding, I think, or was that Seth that bought it for me? But that licorice shot.
Seth bought it for you. It was tasty, very tasty.
What was it?
It was some kind of licorice shot that, it's one of those things where you just ask the bartender, hey, bartender, like, what do you recommend? Yeah. And then he asks you, like, oh, do you like, sweet, sour, whatever. And then you guys
must... It's very flavorful. I'm not a big fan of licorice at all.
No, neither am I. You would never catch me like Twizzler.
No.
I never understood how people enjoyed like the candy Twizzlers. It's
okay. Hold on, that's not licorice.
Okay. But don't they have like a black Twizzler though? That's
probably
licorice,
that's
right?
Terrible. Yeah, black licorice. I guess I hate. Red licorice is I guess it's just way sweeter. I'm not sure. I like it though. I like Twizzlers.
Okay. Yeah.
But that shot, it's kind of like a one-shot stop, I guess.
One shop stop?
Not a one-shop stop, a one-shot stop.
In terms of what? Like flavor?
It's the kind of shot that I would take once, and I'll swallow it. I'll, thank the bartender for it, whatever, but I'm not going to get it again.
That's it? You're done?
Yeah. I'm not going to get that.
Yeah, fool me once.
Too licorice. Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of that, little story time. When I arrived to my squadron as a very, very young lieutenant, 2016, I got a speeding ticket on base. I've had a few speeding tickets, but I'm talking from the age of like 17 to 22. I'm 28 now. I've not had one since 22. Right. It's one of those things where just like after a few of them, boom, that's it. Like I just go cold turkey and I just stop speeding altogether. But I got one on base, and then I got another one. I just didn't learn my lesson, and my commander, who is my my supervisor as a lieutenant, I just report straight to the lieutenant colonel. Right. And after I got the second speeding ticket, because he gets all the reports, like it just comes straight to him. There's no way of hiding it. I don't have to come to him. Like that information comes to him directly. So I remember him using that phrase on me. He was like, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, making sure I'm getting this right. It's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Shame on me for basically not reprimanding you maybe enough or blah, blah, blah. But it stuck with me. Yeah. Growing up in a Russian household, I would have never heard a phrase like that. And I knew it existed, but I guess no one's ever said the phrase to me throughout my entire life until that moment. So cool.
Well, okay. I'm glad that you learned from the mistake and you stopped speeding.
No more speeding. No more speeding.
Yeah. Every time I don't know if this is inappropriate or not. I don't know. Anytime like me and Madison are driving at all, if somebody, how you're just driving, you're chilling, whatever, and you have some crazy guy that just comes up flying by you, weaving in and out of cars, whatever, he's got somewhere to go, I guess. Well, we always kind of, I used to get really mad at those people, you get some road rage going on, but I never get mad anymore because we always laugh about it, but we always say, man, that guy's really got to poop probably. we always say that guy's really got to use a bathroom or something. You know what I mean? Like that's why he's going so fast. That's a good way of putting it. That's good. Yeah, you have to find those little moments where you turn like what could be you guys raging at him, making the situation worse. That guy's he's got to poop. He's got his needs. He's got
yeah. Have you've seen those bumper stickers who are like I'm never in a hurry. Like feel free to pass me or something. Like I'm never gonna speed or like.
I've never seen them. No.
It's I guess if you're following somebody so close and you read that bumper sticker that says like if you can read this, like
just pass me already or something.
I'm not like trust me, I'm not in a hurry or something like that. Like I'm just taking it easy on the road.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a good concept to be because the military taught me just to arrive places prior to being on time, and just make sure. However, it really goes against I have a firm belief, by the way. We're getting really deep into my psychology right now. I love more than anything else to be fashionably late. If you invite me to a party, like if you're hosting a party right now at your apartment, and everyone's invited for 9:00, like Saturday night, right? Like, young people party. And the invite is for 8, 9:30 is when I'm showing up. But when I show up, I have a bottle of vodka in each hand. Life is good. So but that's more of just like I have no reason to be there when the party's still slow, I guess.
Right. But, yeah, I'm usually always either right on time or about 5 minutes early. Okay. I stress out. I cannot be late. If somebody tells me to be there at 9, I'm there at 8:55, and I time it. And I look at the traffic. And look at everything. I'm a very nervous person when it comes to like making it on time.
Interesting. So. Now, do you tailor it to where you're going to? If let's say you're going to your in-laws' house versus like Joe Schmo's club. I don't know.
Same thing. Really? No, it's the same. Yeah.
Really.
Same philosophy. But when it comes to like families and stuff, if I'm a little late, it doesn't. I don't know. If it's somebody I don't know or I'm trying to like impress or make an impression, I'm definitely there very, very early. sometimes to the point where like I have to wait in my car a little bit.
You're reminding me of like
you put on some Behemoth, dude, on your phone.
So I don't have cable, but Curb Your Enthusiasm, one of my favorite shows ever, and I know Rob loves the show.
Also one of my favorite shows, which is funny because it's not a really well-known show for some reason.
It's not.
For some reason.
But if I meet you and you tell me, like, we share the love of Seinfeld, Curb Your Enthusiasm, it's clearly meant to be. Amazing show.
Right.
Their 11th season, crazy how they have 11 seasons. But their 11th season is coming out, and it's on HBO. I don't have HBO, but the clips are on YouTube, and I'm really enjoying watching the clips every week. And there's a clip where he shows up super early, and you can imagine it's a whole thing. So
yeah, definitely go check out Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's the same. So the main actor that plays in it also writes it, and it's Larry David, and he also wrote Seinfeld as well, like alongside Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
Genius comedian, hilarious, and you definitely check it out.
I call myself I'm a guru on two things: Borat and Seinfeld / Curb. I've seen every single piece of content. Probably every single piece of content on Seinfeld and Curb you can possibly think of. All the interviews, all the 20-year later interviews, and amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
I'm not that crazy about
okay. That's all right.
You're one of a kind of LT. You're one of a kind.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, let's jump into the Christmas event. We just did it. It went pretty well.
What are your thoughts? We do all these events together just to kind of like, see how it goes.
It was fine.
It was pretty. I gotta say, they did a really. If you haven't logged in this week, go log in. Kyle, I'm talking to you. Log in. Go to Falador. Go to Falador. It's really, really pretty right now. They have the Christmas tree. The whole area is snowy. You can turn off your HD client. It's really, really good looking. And a very wholesome event where we had to do kind of like a one small favor type situation.
Yeah, not nearly as tedious, but yes.
We built a snowman, 2 snowmen for a little boy and a little girl.
Named?
They were named boy and girl. So weird, but it was misspelled. Yeah. Anyways,
they asked us to at the end. It was kind of funny because they're like, go to the grotto and talk to somebody, and I was like, what the fuck is a grotto?
Yeah, Otto's grotto.
Like I know Otto's grotto. That's the only grotto I've ever heard of. So I had to Google grotto definition. It's
actually
cave-like enclosure, or something like that, or it's I don't know, but we found it, we finished it. It was fine.
It's good event. I changed my POH theme to the snowy cabin. It's very fitting. We have to kind of
how do you do that?
I think any person who sells a construction kit, but you know how like some major cities have that like real estate agent.
Yeah.
So, find an estate agent. I just go to Seers Village.
Oh, has it always been there? Or is it just here for Christmas?
No, it's always been there. I'm pretty sure you can always go snowy cabin.
Oh, okay.
There's a slight chance you may have to do a winter event to unlock it to begin with, but yeah.
Okay. Well, that's done.
So we did the Christmas event, which is actually really funny because they gave me if you've never done a Christmas event before in old school, then when you do it for the first time, it gives you all the rewards from this year and all the previous years. And they're all destroyable, and you can get them back from Diango in Draenor Village. So
except for specific items like...
Correct. It's like...
Party hats, Santa hats.
Oh, it's insane. Dude, go to Diango. It's a list of like 50 or 70 items in there you can get back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all holiday events that Diango gives back.
Right.
So I got a blue party hat, which, funny enough, I could not get my hands on for well over a year. And I need it to... Okay, this is dumb, but like it's a little POH storage thing. Kind of goes back to like how I'm proud of like making things for the POH storage. But it's a clue thing.
Right.
You guys
with the sagacious spectacles, right?
Yeah, you combine them with like an elite
hat.
clue spectacle, and it's a thing that Sparkmac always wears.
Yeah.
All right. What up?
Okay, so also in this blog with the Christmas 2021, there is the item sync changes. So we mentioned the item syncs and some of the items that were on there. So they're going to be adding some more items to the list.
Really good. By the way, guys, for those who haven't logged in, oh my God, everything is going up. Bank values are...
Economy's looking really good.
Looking really strong right now. Really, really good.
Inflation's a lot higher right now, which is needed. It was definitely way too deflated.
Just all the things that have been coming into the game left and right are now just... a better price, like an occult necklace. Your best in slot mage amulet has always been 200,000 GP. Now it's 400k. Little things like that, but it goes to like the whips and any chambers and TOB item. It's really, really good right now.
Yeah. So whenever they added it, I think it was just Tebow, arcane, spectral, spirit shields, and it was like a small list of
10 to 15 item list. It wasn't too bad, but it's a good start.
Right.
And they've analyzed.
Right.
And I swear, I think I heard them say like every day, and it was a number that it was much greater than my expectation. Every day, X number of whatever is removed from the game completely. So
was it? I want to say either 6 billion GP or 25 billion GP.
It was in the billions of GP
Somewhere
stuff.
there.
So Kyle logs in. Kyle gets an ancestral robe top. He sells it, but alongside Kyle, 20 other motherfuckers that day got ancestral robe tops from chambers. Well, a certain number are just being bought with that GE tax money and just removed completely. So
yeah,
so much aren't
which in turn reduces supply,
Yes.
which increases demand, and that pushes the price up.
There you go.
So,
Econ 101. So they've added items to the list. So even just like 1 week later, they kind of went back to the drawing board and they're like, hey, we can remove all these items. So every single ring from DK's, Dragon Warhammer, Dragon Hunter Lance, the every single Inquisitor's armor piece, which wasn't there before, but Nightmare is heavily farmed by gold farmers. That's really nice. Zenite shards, Twisted. I think damn near everything from Chambers has been taken care of.
Pretty much. Dragon Claws, Kodai,
All the
Twisted Bow's already been taken care of. Yeah.
Sanguinesti staff, some more TOB.
Ancestral.
Awesome, dude.
And another the Prayer Scrolls as well.
Yeah.
Were on the first
which
one.
is really good.
Yeah.
Prayer Scrolls are OP, so those have to...
I just logged out. Apparently I was AFK too much.
Jeez, Rob.
So
what's going on?
I'm gonna keyboard clack here just a moment.
Yeah,
right,
Rob and I picked a nice AFK activity for our podcast recording. If our watches are very AFK, we pop on our like really high prayer gear. I think Rob has like 40 prayer bonus, which is really high.
41.
Yeah, 41. So we're able to record.
Real quick, do you hear the rain behind me?
I do not.
If not, that's good.
I don't know.
Okay.
No.
My microphone might be picking up, but I'll just cut that out post podcast.
Is it heavy rain?
Yeah, it sounds pretty heavy.
You know, like in Forrest Gump, he's describing the rain, and he's like,
yeah, it's raining sideways, up and
the
down.
big old fat raindrops, the skinny, the sharp raindrops. Dude, those hurt, man. Those sharp raindrops, they really do kind of hurt when you go into that kind of rainstorm.
Oh yeah.
The sideways.
It's crazy how it rains. Yeah. Okay. After that, we have the Golden Gnomes. I'm a little disappointed in our community.
Yeah, guys, what the fuck? Why didn't we win? Rob, I swear, if there is ever a podcasting category established, I mean, we're gonna blow the fuck up. We were talking about this before, but like, of all the major podcasts, we're not gonna win, obviously, because like the OSRS podcast.
You have Sebe and
the Sebe is a bigger content creator. He's gonna get more votes than us, and then Rice Cup in that podcast, they're gonna get more votes. But we will probably come in the third place, maybe. Who the hell knows?
Yeah. No, I think maybe we're potentially number 3.
Whether or not there's going to be a podcast category, I don't know. Do I think there should be? Absolutely. Because if there's a streamer category, because Jagex wants, how is their content consumed? Via YouTube, via artwork, via community engagement, and via live streams. So like for community champion, guess who won? Runelight, right? Guess who won?
That makes sense.
Artistic creation, the 117 Scape, the creator of the HD plugin. He won that.
Very deserved.
Very deserved. Best new artist is Witchcrafty. Again, maybe lesser known name. Best artist, veteran artist, Hootie Tootie. I think he just created like a really cool mashup of like Swampletics, doing this whole disco with a bloat kind of deal. Tasty won best new streamer, and then It's Will won best streamer. So those 6 categories right there. Those are kind of and I'm sorry, Swampletics won for like best something.
Best video, best specific video.
And then Soup won for some kind of video, maybe non-specific video. I don't know, he won one of the categories.
Oh, interesting.
So, which is good.
Cool. Yeah, I think voting ended a couple days ago, so you can't actually. Yeah, we just announced the winners. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So whenever this blog was released was the last day of voting, pretty much. But that has been officially announced.
Yeah.
They also had an annual survey as well. It's still going actually until January 7th. I've heard some pretty bad things about it. How it's not very well done at all. Have you heard anything?
No, I haven't. I was.
One of the questions is like, what do you spend your most time on? And it's like, skilling is one of the options. One of the options is like PvP.
Sure.
One of the options is PvM. The other one's like training combat. The other one's Iron Man.
Which, what the hell does that mean?
It's like a lot of them are, you could do them combined. You can train combat while doing you know what I mean? It's just very, like, why the fuck are you asking me these type of questions?
Okay, that's strange. It makes me not want to click on the survey whatsoever.
Yeah, probably.
So
won't.
that's fun.
But you could be entered to win a $50 Amazon
I did
voucher.
see that. If you, when you do complete the survey, if you guys want to, $50 gift card.
Yeah, potentially.
IRL money right there.
They have some other changes as well, and I'm going to kind of scan it to see if there's any
spelling grammar changes. Okay, go for it. Mm-hmm. We'll give you a second here. I have one.
Nope. You do?
Yeah, well, it's the option text for switching chat mode has been corrected. Yeah, sorry. I take that back. It's not.
No, I mean,
little option change.
That's the best one in there. Yeah. I'm actually surprised there weren't more, but
I pulled this out from their Twitter. They had a Fashionscape contest, which we just had one through our Discord. Not a big deal. I just kind of wanted really Rob to see this more than anybody else. Check out these little pictures. Look at these get-ups, dude. Really impressive, huh? The Sarah one.
Really good. Some of them are kind of subpar.
Like, okay, so number 2 and 3 are subpar, but I think
2 is definitely really bad. I don't know why it's in there.
5 I think is badass because the Bloodhound, the green theme, that fun stuff. And then number 1 I think is awesome.
Sounds cool. Number 1's really good. Yeah. Number 3 is number 4 is pretty cool.
Yeah. If you guys have some awesome Fashionscape, post it up, man. We actually have a Fashionscape channel in our on the Discord, so it's always nice to see whatever you guys come up with.
Definitely.
I mean, if you guys there's people in our clan who just bank stand like crazy, and you have all the time in the world to come up with amazing fashion. Sometimes I'm very, very guilty of just kind of standing around and being super bored, not knowing what the hell to do.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump into letters from Tutorial Island here.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Last but not least, there was a UIM update this week. So I'm giving you the God, what was the term that I used before the podcast? Correspondent. Okay, so from our official Ultimate Iron Man correspondent, this is a quick summary of the entire blog on what the hell is going on.
Right. One of our correspondents in the field.
In the field, yes. In the field, okay. So he says, UIMs can pick nettles / die to an NPC close to the respawn point when it comes to dying. This is like what's new as of now, okay? When the death occurs, you have 60 minutes before that stuff despawns, giving you a comfy 50 minutes or so to do whatever you want. Dangerous content, worldy PVM, so on and so forth. However, now the changes, UIMs can now have multiple death piles at the same time, and each of their timers are completely independent. So you can basically have one pile you just made with a 60-minute timer before it just disappears into oblivion, and you can have another death pile with 10 minutes remaining. So long story short,
okay, so it's a huge buff.
Quality of life for all, UIM is a very crazy game mode, and this whole dying thing is such a unsettling concept to me. Like, I'm just gonna die, my shit's gonna be there, and like in the 60 minutes I'm gonna go and try to kill Callisto because I want to get a dragon pickaxe, like that kind of concept. It's really unsettling to me. So you kind of have to pick and choose what the hell you want to do, and your shit's just laying around somewhere. So now you can have multiple death piles, and it just kind of makes more sense, I think.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, guys. Letters. 2 emails from 2 comrades. What do we got?
So first one here, we have Bud Light. He says, "Hey guys, Bud Light here. Just wanted to give the clan a reminder that GZs are only given out at a 99 level. All jokes aside, keep grinding scrubs and making them gains. Much love, Bud Light. Sent from my iPhone."
You are a DDoS, my friend. The iPhone.
Thanks, Bud Light. Mr. No GZs till 99.
Dude, he started that trend. It's a very, very popular trend in our clan. Obviously, we give gratzes no matter what. I mean, we have gratzes from like so-and-so has a total level of like 625. Or whatever's
broadcasted to us, we're like, oh, hell yeah. GZ, bro.
Guys, if you want a confidence boost, wherever you are on your account, join our clan if you haven't already, and just, you're going to get a ton of GZs. So yeah, we're very good. Bud Light, by the way, he's as OG as OG gets. Would you agree?
Yeah, he's definitely one of the very first people
who's ever really joined our community, basically. I mean, if you were around and active prior to the big clan update of this year, and you were in the original CC, you were in the Discord before it kind of blew up, yeah, you are very OG. And
for sure. Yeah. We appreciate you sticking around.
Yeah, Bud Light is a great guy.
Yep.
Well,
next one.
Well,
our boy.
Guys, it's Kyle. It's Crazy Kyle. And I hope he's gotten some like time off for the holidays.
Hopefully, yeah, he needs it.
They're working his ass off over there.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. All right, he says, "Hey fellas, Merry early Christmas and congrats on being done with finals. Y'all have both earned some time off, so I hope you get to spend some quality time with your family over the holidays. Speaking of which, who or what in the world of Gilner would be the best or worst guests to invite to your holiday party? I'd be inviting the gnomes to cater the event, plus Blurberry could tend the bar. Evil Swab too, of course. He does not leave anybody out, I swear. For a conversation, I'd love to hear some of the stories the Drunken Dwarf, Wise Old Man, and Vanaka would have to tell. As for who I'm banning from the event, or from the soiree, Nail Beasts, Banshees, and Aber Inspectors are absolutely not. That's very good. Absolutely not invited. Merry Christmas, Kyle. What a good email. My God.
Yeah. It's a little specious to not invite them, but.
I mean, dude, you have to have preferences. Some people.
Have you heard them though? I think that's why he doesn't want to invite them. Have you heard the Banshee noises?
Oh, absolutely.
And the Nail Beast noises. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just so ridiculous. Nail Beasts are in temple trekking, and they are like worse than the Armadillo crossbow spec. It's terrible. Unbelievable just how this noise was even created to begin with. So I'm sure you can find videos online of what it sounds like, or you can go just see it for yourself in game. But okay, so you're banning Nail Beasts, Banshees, and Aber Inspectors. You want to invite Drunken Dwarfs, Wise Old Man, and Vanaka. All right, Rob, what's your?
All right, so I've got a question for you, LT, real quick. Yeah. I know definitely you're inviting Guildmaster Jane to the party.
I've already thought about this, and I have. Yes, I'm inviting her, but I'm not inviting her because she's hot, all right? I'm inviting her because she is a social butterfly, all right? She's not timid. She has stories, right? You want people who have good stories, are fun, conversational. She seems like a good, nice young lady who would provide some good conversation, basically. So that's why I'm inviting. And
good conversation.
Yeah, good conversation. Okay. So, that's not going to twist it,
Okay. Well, for catering the event, I would definitely hire, or I guess invite, who's that cook? What's her name? The one in the Hasidius range that's just been cooking.
Oh my
since
God.
day one.
I don't know her name, but I know.
Dude, she's got to cook some good food, dude.
Okay.
She's 200 mil, definitely. Easily 5 times over,
easily
probably.
200 mil. Yes. Okay. If you guys go to Hasidius Kitchen, it's like you get slightly less burn rates there. With a diary done, there's this fucking asshole chef who yells at this poor young lady for like 24 hours the past 6 years, right?
Yeah.
And this NPC just moves from like the raw fish to the range, from the raw fish and he yells at her, "You better not burn this time," right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure she'd be a great caterer
100%
to have.
100%. What else you got?
Let's see. Parties, of course, need some sort of they don't need it, but a lot of them have a lot of, alcoholic beverages. I like the Blurberry. He's got a lot of different unique beverages that he could offer.
For sure.
Probably some of the bartenders, from the Falador Blue Moon Inn, or not Blue Moon Inn. What is it called?
Not the Varrock one, the Falador place. Oh, those chicks are kind of hot.
What's it called? Asgardia, whatever. They have the Asgardian ale and all that good stuff. Yeah. And they're decent looking.
Some cute NPCs there who tend the bar in Falador.
But you got to think about this, LT. You can't just invite every good-looking NPC to the party.
That's true.
Because then if you're talking to one, the other one might get jealous. And
we want to be practical.
They're not going to like.
Yes.
Right. You got to strategically think of.
You're absolutely right. We have to have a good ratio of the hotties and whatever. Yeah, depending on our. Anyways.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
All right. So I invite them for the alcohol. We got the food covered.
How about this? You want to invite Party Pete, or is he too obnoxious?
Dude, Party Pete's coming. Dude,
he's
definitely.
coming. Maybe for the dinner or whatever, but for the after party, you want him.
The dinner? What kind of party is it? This is like a black tie party?
I don't know. Well, okay, hold on. What kind of party is it? So hold on. What in the world of Gilner would be best guest to invite to your holiday party? Okay, so it's a holiday party, not specifically Christmas, but a holiday time of year.
I think Party Pete still, probably Diango as well, just because he's got all the goods.
Oh, he's got all the goods.
He's gonna be able to deliver it all.
Yeah, and if you say, hey, do you happen to have this? He's got you covered.
Yeah.
He's got the snowman ring that just was introduced today.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else we got?
Any bannings?
Well, Kyle's got the best bannings of all. Yeah, he's got some good ones. You want to invite any of these Firewatches we're killing? Too scary, man. Way too scary.
Potentially, but there's a. I can't think today, dude. What's it called whenever you have to pay like a head count, not a head?
Like a blood tithe. They want to suck your.
Yeah, like you normally when you go into the party, you have to pay like $10 a head or something to cover drinks or whatever.
What do you call that?
What do you call that? Let's just say entry fee right now because we can't think of the word. They would have to at least give us a blood shard.
Oh.
At least.
Minimum.
To come in.
Yeah.
Minimum. If not
you got to
2
pay
or
to
3.
play, buddy boy.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, bartender's good. I guess who's the NPC for the random event? The military guy. The sergeant who we can ban him. He would take it.
The demon sergeant.
Yeah, he'd take it a bit too seriously.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Start yelling at you. Do some star jumps. All right. Merry Christmas, Kyle.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Merry
your
Christmas.
email, of course, as always.
Merry Christmas.
Let's take a drink here.
I've been drinking this whole time, man.
I know. I have two, but we're going to officially take a big old drink. Big old sip. Not bad. Not too bad. All right, so some community stuff.
Guys,
what do we got?
Secret Santa is still happening. I talked to Hayes, the organizer of the event. I spoke to him earlier this week, and I asked him to maybe keep it open until tomorrow, this coming Sunday, because I think last Saturday after our podcast, a bunch of people signed up. I think like 20 people have signed up at this point. So thank you. It's going to be fun. Again, giving is amazing. Obviously, receiving a gift will be really fun too. So just go to the channel, sign up. It's a very simple Google form. And then what you can even do is you can even give a preference of who you want to give a gift to. If you maybe have a friend in the community and you kind of know what they what kind of goals they have, and you can give them a very purposeful gift. So please sign up. It's going to be fun to get your gift after Christmas.
Yeah, and I think they mentioned gifts are going to be around $2 million at the minimum.
Yes,
kind of
$2 million.
Obviously, if you can afford to give more, you can give more, but it's around $2 million.
Yeah, you can definitely be a lot more generous than that. But $2 million is good. That's kind of like affordable for damn near every player. So,
right.
Alrighty. Well, that's kind of it for that stuff. What about us? What about us?
So, weekly progress. I'm at 193 out of 410 combat achievements, so I gained about 11 or 12 since last time.
Nice.
I've just been working on the hard combat achievements recently. I think that's just kind of my little goal after the death. to finish up. So, I got the 50 Callisto KC. I still need to do Vinidatus and Vedion as well.
Damn, dude.
I need to do some Bandos. I need to do some Kriara, and there's a lot to do. But
it's impressive though. 50 Callisto, holy shit. I mean, obviously, no more hardcore status, but still,
no more hardcore status. It was nice just with a Slayer helm, a Crystal Body, and a Bofa.
Sure.
Just going out there with some Thralls and
that's very nice.
Easy peasy. I didn't die a single time.
That's amazing.
Really?
Not a
yeah.
Jeez.
I got hopped on about
I'm
4
sure.
or 5 times.
Yeah, but I mean, you're aware of how to get away from PKers, so
yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
It's good.
It wasn't bad.
That's really good.
And this one guy kept logging in and trying to get me every time.
Yeah, same guy.
Got a little trash talking going on.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
Very nice.
Good time.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're still you're interested in this account still. You're not you haven't given up on anything.
Yeah, I do have an announce to make after you're finished.
Okay. Well, I gained 4 combat achievements, which I'm trying to think like what the hell were they? But I've been gaming. I've been trying to game, and I even gained 4 collection log slots, which I'm really impressed on that one. I've just been picking up random collection log things when doing clues, like just the occasional, just kind of random little
top hat or some BS.
Yeah, just something from a hard clue, maybe something from an easy clue, something like that. But
like a magenta dragon mask
or
something.
Yeah. Along the lines of that bullshit. So they can still happen. But it's cool because I'm like over halfway. I mean, I think like Hey Jace is into the 1000s in the collection log, but being at 776 is a damn good feeling.
Yeah.
So right now, I just kind of want to give a glimpse into what my main goal is. My main goal is to complete every soloable thing that I can do for Master Combat Achievements before next comes out. As you guys remember, I was like the first person in the community to get the JayySlay helm. Pretty awesome, that I rushed that, got that taken care of. Super happy with myself. But I kind of put the kibosh on master tasks. I took a look at them when I got them, and I was like, this is fucking hard. And I remember telling you guys, like, the kind of, like, if you're asking yourself, where do I have to be to get the masters done? Well, it's very simple. Do a solo challenge mode chambers fast in less than 45 minutes. Like, that's kind of like a good I guess, foundation of where the hell you have to be to know to wear that Verzic Slayer helm. It's tough stuff, and that's the solo stuff. There's also team TOB stuff you have to have a good team for as well. So I'm working towards that, and I just want to take care of all the solo things so that then I can tell my friends, hey, like, I really don't...
It's on you.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why are you so slow? So that's really what I'm working. I'm working on solo chambers. I'm so slow at getting better, but I am seeing improvement, and I'm happy. I actually pulled my first ever solo purple yesterday. Pretty cool.
Feels good, right?
Yeah. It was really, really cool to see. I finished a raid. I actually died during it, but whatever. I got a Dragon Hunter crossbow, my second one. So really, really fun to see. I was able to recolor it to the other one. That's like the perk from the Elite Diary. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that felt good. I picked up my third Hydra Claw as well. So my bank is like just shy of 6 billion. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, man, good stuff.
That's a lot.
It's I'm still having so much fun on my account, even though it's like so close to like being done, you could say. But
it's very late game. Yeah.
You have Nex on the horizon. Nex is going to bring Torva into the game. It's like bye-bye Bandos. Now I've got to hunt for Torva, so it's going to be really fun.
I'd probably go to Bandos and get some extra pieces so you have Bandos and Torva.
I wouldn't.
Just for the
nostalgia, I guess I could say.
You don't have the extra bank slots, so yeah.
See, I have to reorg. That's the annoying thing. The shitty part about getting any new item on an account is like, fuck, you gotta sit there and spend 10 minutes reorganizing all your bank like to fit that new item in. I don't know.
I mean, you don't have to.
You don't have to, but I'm not gonna like if I get Torva plate body, right? I'm not gonna stick it in the bottom of my bank. It has to go into like a nice, good-looking spot, and everything else has to shift downwards, left and right to accommodate for it. But,
right.
Speaking of Nex, they did unleash this like lore. If you haven't logged in, log in and do a farm run. You're gonna have a messenger come up to you and give you a piece of paper, and it's gonna be this whole message to you saying like, oh my god, the realm has opened up. Watch out for the 5th God Wars general. She has like awakened. So basically, you have to build an ancient key. It's a guaranteed drop if from one of the God Wars generals right now. Kill it, you get all 4, and you basically are allowed to enter unlock the frozen door, which takes you into the lobby before like the minion area of the ancient camp. So
right.
There's going to be a bank there. How crazy is that? Did you see that?
I did, but you know the caveat with the bank, right?
You still have to get your minion, Casey.
Right, and once you're in the room, like in Nex's room, you can't. You have to teleport out of God Wars.
What do you mean?
To do another run.
What do you mean? Teleport out of God Wars? You can't
just go to the bank and resupply and then go back into Nex's room at all.
But right now, in every God Wars lair, there's the altar is also a way to teleport to the.
From what I've heard, you can't do Nex, finish your task, whatever, and then leave that room and go to the bank right next door and then fill up and keep going. From what I've heard, you have to leave God Wars,
that makes
go back,
a lot more
get
sense.
all your KC again.
Oh my gosh.
So basically, from what I've heard, and I know in RS3, from what I've read on Reddit, this is how it is with Nex, is that bank there is solely for replenishing anything that you've any
interesting
food or anything that
after
you did
getting the minion KC.
While getting the minion KC.
Okay.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Guys,
some people are saying that's too OP, blah blah. But
I think it's fine. I was thinking it would. Okay, so here's the deal. When Nex comes out for the first month, it is going to be a fucking shit show. We're gonna be dying.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so hard to get minion KC. It's gonna be hard to get ecumenical keys because the God Wars Wilderness dungeon where you get ecu keys is gonna be jam packed. I'm actually concerned about the whole process going into it. And I hope they kind of filter out some of these issues before it comes out on the 5th of January.
Well, I know for sure that key thing where you have to kill every boss, that's going to slow it down a little bit, which is good.
Well, what do you mean?
I mean, all the gamers are definitely going to have it, but...
Well, yeah, we already have our keys. That's fine, but... I mean, you don't have it.
I don't have mine yet.
Okay, but that's...
And I don't have it on Dream Name. I don't want to have to go get it on all my accounts that I have. You know what I mean? So it's going to...
No, but...
It's going to slow it down a little bit, but obviously not too much.
No, I'm talking about, like, Nex is released. How do we get Minion KC?
Oh, that's going to be difficult. No, for sure.
Like, that process is going to be...
As an Iron Man, too.
Yeah, where, like, you have to... If anything is tagged... We shall see. Hopefully they kind of flesh it out beforehand, but... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Nevertheless, we're all gonna be there. Whoever's in the clan, whatever day of release. Hopefully, with some of us, it's gonna be a lot of strangers killing Nex alongside us because we're not gonna be able to find our own world. The only person who's getting their own world is Wooks because Wooks is gonna be trying to solo it, and that's the only person who everyone's gonna move aside for, so he can do his thing, right? Or any other, if you're like Bodhi or somebody trying to solo it, for example.
Right.
It will be fun, guys. I mean, we're talking over 1 billion GP if you get a drop in your own name in a free-for-all setting. So it's going to be amazing.
At least, at minimum, 1 billion GP probably.
New crossbow, brand new best in slot range Vam braces to finally replace Barrow's gloves as far as your best range gloves. It's going to be really, really awesome. And of course, Torva, better than Bandos.
Right.
So,
yeah. Cool.
Good stuff, man.
All right. Well, do you have any other news? Anything else you want to share?
I am good. The semester's over. I don't know my grades yet, but I think I got everything I was expecting. So really, really tough semester.
Good. Yeah.
And I'm just glad it's over. And I picked up some fresh cottage cheese from Grandma today.
There we go.
Saw Grandma.
We'll end the podcast with that then.
Dude, gave her a hug and a kiss. She gave me a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Dude, oh yeah, that sounds amazing.
I'll tell you what, it's like
I love me some Cinnamon Toast
Crunch.
Crunch.
It's an old folks' home. It's like a little community in there. So she gets like random goodies from her friends, and she gives goodies that she has like leftovers of, and it's like just an exchange of hands, and it is what it is. But yeah, I picked up a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is amazing.
Nice. All right, guys. On that note, if you're looking for a community to be part of,
wait, hold on. You had an announcement. Hold on. You had an announcement.
You're right.
Jesus Christ, dude. I gotta keep your ass on track, man. What the hell?
All right, so this announcement, nobody knows about besides myself. Nobody.
I don't.
And I'm not going to tell you.
I don't know yet.
No.
Okay.
The announcement is that I have another account that I've been training on the side.
Fuck you, man. Fuck, I'm out. Can you finish this podcast on your own?
And it's not in the clan or anything, and I'll tell you all the name whenever I feel comfortable with it. So.
Wow. Guys, 2022. Oh my God, it's happening. Rob has a new hardcore. Oh, yes.
Potentially.
Yes. And I swear.
Potentially.
And guys, I fucking promise you all right now, we will not be going to Scorpio this time.
I'm not going to Scorpio.
We are banned from Rob. I'm sorry. I know you want to get every boss in the boss KC. Minus fucking Scorpio. We are done with that shit.
Oh, man. Yeah.
If you want. Oh my God. Hold on. If this thing of yours is really a new hardcore, I have a suggestion.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny that it is.
Okay, it's fine. But in case it is, why don't we get all of the Scorpio KC and all your like shards from there really early? Why don't we make that like one of the first goals?
Like Iban Blast early.
I'm talking Iban Blast early, and if we see any other account, we get the fuck out of there for the night.
Yeah, we could.
That sounds all right? Much better than our regular plan to stick around and wait for Macoon to kill you.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Well, on that note, if you're looking for a community to be part of, consider joining the clan OSRS Trihards in-game. If you want to chill and voice chat while you boss, skill, or bank stand, consider joining the Discord. That is the place to be. Also, guys, send us an email with any questions, concerns, comments, complaints, whatever you'd like to send us. It's at osrstrihards@gmail.com, and you probably will be featured on the next podcast.
Guys, these episodes are on YouTube. Thank you to everyone who leaves us a review and subs to our YouTube channel. Shout out to OSRS Beats, and a big thanks to our Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee supporters. You guys are amazing. Have a good night. See ya.
Bye.